Good morning and welcome to FluentPro webinar around reporting with Power BI for Microsoft PPM, and I will focus today on Microsoft Project Online. If you have any questions during the webinar, please feel free to ask questions. Recording will be distributed usually in the next couple of days. It will be available for download and for viewing. So if you want to share it with your colleagues, that's absolutely fine. Please do that. Very quickly about our company, we are FluentPro. We are a software developer for products for Microsoft PPM platform, for Microsoft Projects Online, Project Server, Microsoft Planner, Modern Project. So we support all the different tools. We develop mostly products and solutions, but we also provide help with reporting, consultancy, and implementation of Microsoft Project Online. We have different solutions for Microsoft's platform, integration, migration, governance, administration, and today we'll focus on our stack around the Microsoft Power BI and using the Microsoft Power BI for reporting with different applications Microsoft provides for work and project portfolio and work management. So if you look at the Microsoft stack for project management, work management, portfolio management, we see like pretty much three products right now. There's a Microsoft Project Online, which is mostly focused on portfolio management and high-level managing the complex project. There's a Planner, and there's a Project Favre. And depending on the needs of organization, depending on the types of the project you're running, depending on the maturity, skills, and experience of your teams, we see that companies definitely use more than one product. Some teams might use Microsoft Project, some teams might use Planner, some teams start using the Project for Web, the new version, and I believe like it's totally fine because teams need to use not just the tools that exist on the market and offered, but the tools that best fit their needs. But as with any tool, one of the challenges that companies are facing is that, okay, we have data, we have our project, we're managing all the work, we have resource working there. How do we get reports? How do we analyze this information? How are we doing? Do we have any problems on the project? And here's definitely you need to have reports, and since your data can be in different platforms, you need to report for different platforms. Out of the scope of this webinar is discussion about the integrating those tools all together for unified portfolio management. FluentPro has product for that. It's called Integration Hub that allows to connect Planner and Project, and then hopefully soon we'll have connector for Modern Project as API allows. But yeah, it's out of the scope for this discussion, but it's also possible to create more unified reporting approach. If we talk about the Microsoft PPM and different products, it's definitely Planner. It's mostly for work management. It can be personal, it can be for small teams. We've seen Planner used for very large teams and with hundreds of tasks, with tens of resources working on the plan. But right now there is a better option, I would say. It's a project for web or new project. It's really for great tool for team, great tool for project manager, where you don't need to manage super complex project with not many dependencies. You don't need to use such features like partial allocation or resource leveling or complex interdependencies. So in this case, like if your team needs to really fit into the traditional, I would say even I can call it lightweight project management. It's a perfect option, and it starts at $10. It's a very affordable, very good option. And there's a Microsoft Project Online, which is a great tool that exists on the market for the years and provide very flexible, it can support a very complex project, very complex scenarios. You can benefit from resource engagement, you can benefit from prioritization, selection, what if scenarios, complex portfolio management. So all those features are available on the Microsoft project. I'm not saying that you cannot get some of that on the project for web. You can use some solution from partners or build those solutions on using Power Apps, but still it's like this project online, you get all that integrated all together in one user experience. If you talk about the Power BI, Microsoft Power BI is it's a market leader for business intelligence reporting, analytics, and it natively connects to most of the PPM products that Microsoft has. Uh, it's it's visual, it's easy to use, it can work with your data in the different sources, not just in the PPM. It's available as a web version. You can deploy it to your on premises and connect to your in-house data systems. Yeah, there's this Power BI desktop, which is clients that you can use for working with data, manipulating and doing lots of analysis. So it's definitely a market leader. And today we'll focus only on the Power BI, and we'll show as FluentPro what we have and how we use the Power BI for that and what's available. So since we talk about the Microsoft PPM in general, Cloud Service Planner. So couple notes here. Microsoft, for some reason, there is no native connectivity to Power BI. We at FluentPro, we have a product called Data Mart, and it provides that ability to connect to Planner and run Power BI reports on the Planner. So Data Mart Cloud connects to Planner, gets all the data, and the data becomes available for reporting. And we offer, there's a Power BI pack, and I will quickly show that today, that you can use it for reporting on your data in Microsoft Planner. You can do all the different reports. For project for web and as well as for Microsoft project, it's much better situation. Definitely there's like native access to the data. All the data for project web is stored in the common data storage. So it's in the CDS. It's all the customization and new entities and everything is available through the Power Platform. So you can customize it, you can work with it, you can run report on that. So it's highly uh, great solution, great capabilities for reporting. Microsoft provides a free pack of reports. It's available on the GitHub for the free download, so anyone can go and you can search for it and get the link and download it. It has some set of standard reports that you can use. FluentPro, we developed a pack, and it's available. It's also free. It's available on the App Source. So if you search for FluentPro Power BI, for FluentPro in Power BI application, you can find it, and I will show the screenshot later. Uh, there is a free app that you can install and you can use. Like you can use it together with this project, this pack from Microsoft, or instead, it's really up to you. We provide it. We also provide, if you need, you can, in this case, like you can buy it, or we can customize it for you. We can provide you with template file, so this PBIX file for that pack. It's available for purchase, but that's an option. But app itself, it's free. If you want to use it, absolutely. For Project Online, there is a free pack from Microsoft for Project Online, and recently it was merged together with pack for Project for Web, so like you can use one pack to report on the both data sources. We also have a pack app on the App Source for working with Power BI with Project Online. And we have a third option that we see for mostly used for large enterprises is we have an option where we have a product called Data Mart Cloud that allows to get more information from Project Online. get it quicker, and simplify reporting. So what, in addition just to standard uh, like let's say project reports or resource reports, uh, Data Mart Cloud provides additional capabilities like simplified SharePoint reporting. It provides capabilities around the trending and historical snapshots. So you can do a daily snapshot of all your project tasks, resources, assignments, SharePoint data, and run all the different reports on that. It does synchronization, like you don't have to kind of like to wait to update the data sources, kind of like it does on schedule on the back end, and then you can run it. And one of the cool option is that in data mart is very often organization really don't need all the data that you have in a data feed. And what you can do in Data Mart is that you can configure which data feed you need for your reports, and as well as you can configure the same for trending. So it's highly configurable solution where you can say, okay, really, I don't need any time phase data. I just need the projects, task, resources, and everything. So your synchronization will be, you know, times times faster than compared to the native data feed where that it gets everything. As well, we offer a customer hosted option. So for companies that use tool other than, let's say, Power BI, they have the Power BI server that deploy to their infrastructure. We can provide that option where you can bring the data to on-prem and, for example, use SSRS as a data. So it's also a possibility. And Data Mart works with Project Online. It works with the planner, so it's all supported. And like if you need to go with to that route and you need to get the data, it is absolutely possible. And for some companies, it's a great option. It's a great option to have all the data. To have all the data. Okay, if you look on type of users and audiences who consume the reports, and they have there are I would say there are four groups, and they have quite different needs. Uh, First of all, there is an executive team or CC, and really, in most cases, this type of users they don't need very detailed information. In most cases, they need high level information. They need to understand like how we're doing, what is the state of the project, do we have anything that requires their attention, maybe information about like who's available to start a new project in the future. Really high level information, mostly about the portfolios, projects, and they rarely need to go into the details into a single project and see, for example, a risk for one of the project. Yes, they can, but that's not a typical. For PMO, slightly different needs. Definitely portfolio management, program management, all around the status management, monitoring, resource management, utilization, data quality monitoring, ensuring that the process is followed. So probably the most advanced type of user that will get that will look into every single project resources and information. Uh, Program and portfolio managers mostly focus it on single portfolio or single program. They're still more advanced and they look into more detail about the focusing on the portfolio and project within the portfolio, go inside of the project. And one more audience is project managers and stakeholders. It's mostly focused on single project or couple projects, but those users need to get lots of details. I would say that resource manager, there is one more role which is not listed here as resource managers. So resource managers are mostly in most cases they will be on the like similar needs as a PMO, but slightly focused because like in most cases they will be interested in related resources and but there is an overlap with what the PMOs can see and with what resource managers can view and can access. If you look on the project online, and we'll go to the demo shortly. Uh, in most cases, as we're interested all around portfolios, projects, and resources, where we want to see work, cost, governance, statuses, risk issues, utilization, assignments. So that's particularly the high level requirement that any reporting solution need to provide to support the needs for uh, can provide that provides value for organization to make sense from the data that you have um, in your PPM, and that you can use that information you can use to make a decision to support those decisions. So we'll switch to a demo right now. Let me go to my browser, and here I have several reports that are deployed to one of our tenants, and that I will showcase today. So we'll start with a planner report pack, which is kind of like a standard pack, and I just wanted to spend a couple minutes here. So again, like we try to arrange everything in the same, like all our reporting packages are built around the pretty much the same style. You have portfolio reports, you have single plan, task assignments, and governance data quality. For planner, you can definitely like see list of your projects, see how what is the which plans are running late in progress, completed, some kind of like as a timeline for your projects by step. So high level information. Uh, you can always drill through as needed to single projects. You can go to details, you can go to governance. For example, like here I can click on the project that led in the progress, uh, uh, go to I can drill through to details, assignment, view tasks. So every I can drill through to any element, including to resource and everything. And for Planner, definitely it has its own specifics. Like you have buckets, you want to see information bucket, you might want to see checklist, you might want to see flags, or labels that you assign. It's all around. It's all report really focused on the needs for the teams that use Planner, but also provide that high level view high level view on the portfolio, where you can see what is the state of the project, if there any project running late. Again, this pack is available on AppSource. You can get it, but you will require the data mart to access the data. But it is available, and it's very popular pack for planner users. Project for Web. It's one of our latest packs that we published. It's definitely it's in between Planner pack and Project Online packs in terms of complexity. But again, similar concept. You have portfolio view where you see all your projects. You have a single project. You have information about the task, assignments, resource usage. So all is here. This pack again, like this pack is available on the app source for free. It's free. You can use it. You can just install pack and use it. For example, if I go here to the portfolio, I will see my progress projects. I can see them by late in progress, by status, by how much work I have, timeline, statistics, projects by project, how many projects are by project managers. So all the different aspects, and again like you can drill through to specific project, uh, see the details about the project, like you can see the details, you can see assignment, you can see tasks. So all the different information that you have in model project, you can view it here. Again, like you can view it in the details format, in the timeline view. You can see information around the uh, around around the governance. How many tasks you have without resources. So some basic governance embedded here as well. And third pack, I would say there are two packs, and will highlight the difference between those two packs. Is all reports around the project line. So there are two packs, as I mentioned. One is direct, and one that goes that use data mart. The difference is in couple reports. With data mart, you have that simplified SharePoint reporting, where you can run data on any of your SharePoint list. For example, you can show me how the number of risks change over time for my project, and it all for my portfolio, and it can be an easy, very easy way to do that. The reason how the data mart works is that all the SharePoint data is we write it to a single table, and it's much easier to report on that data, because like you can there's a historical snapshot of the same table, so you can really build such query. For example, how many documents I have had for each project over time, and like you can build a line chart as well. We have reports around the project history, so we have a snapshot, and you can create additional report like analyzing, for example, how the work change over time or cost change over time for your resources, which is, well, sometimes it's very needed for quality, or for example, how the budgets change over time for your project. So it's very cool capabilities, and if you need more than just your current snapshot, and if you want to analyze and do the lessons learned and see historical data for timesheets or for projects, that's one of the great ways to do it. But let's go to some of the reports that we have in our pack for Microsoft Project Online. So all the reports we group them in five kind of like five groups. So all around the portfolios, projects, people, time, and quality. By quality means we have some governance reports that check your data for what kind of like, do you have any inconsistent, do you have missing data, do you have any some elements that you can highlight which project managers and which project do not follow some standards set by PMO. But if you go to the portfolios, summary view for portfolios is high level. You can see project by type. You can see upcoming milestones. You can see which ones resource demand. You can see high level real like for the cost, for risk and issues. So and again, like from anywhere you can, if needed, you can drill down into the cost report and see additional information. Portfolio overview reports, they provide, it's mostly focusing on the cost. It's slightly more detailed report where you can see the cost information, work information, and see how it's aligned. Uh, you can view that information here, and the same we have a view for earned value. So pretty much you will see your SPI, CPI, and variances for your project. Portfolio details report. It's all around. It's kind of like a grid-based format where you can see uh, build view of all your projects with the status like late, active, incomplete, complete. So you can filter out all the data, and very easily you can kind of like see, like decide how you want to group your project by status, by department type, project manager, by phase. So all the different views. And again, like in this case, like we are focusing on work, for example. But if you go to, we can view the same information for the cost. So if I want to see uh, uh, all the cost parameter types, you can see, and immediately here I see that okay, I have some cost, but in many projects I don't have baselines. So immediately that, then there's like definitely a variance that highlighted here as indicator for you. It means that you don't need the baseline, or like it's not required, but maybe if it's required, immediately you see it highlighted and that it's that information is missing. For portfolio governance, that report that I mentioned is a report where we check how many projects you have, project is no status date, cost variances, work variances, late project, is there a late task, late milestones, baseline, risk, deliverables, resources, empty line. So all the standard basic checks that you can find here, that you can use to understand what is the state of your performance. But exactly like I don't say, okay, show me all the projects that has late tasks. So immediately I will see all those projects that are in progress, and some projects that should be completed but they still might have some later. So all that information is available. Uh, You can as well see time-phased work distribution, so how much time you have on your portfolio over time. What is the balance of upcoming work, so you can see it, here. And again, like you can change this timeline. You can use the filters to go to like by default we look for 6 months, for 6 months ahead. But you can change it, and you can see it on weekly view or monthly view, all the uh, different granularity and different window for your analysis. PM utilization. PM utilization is a cool project that shows that how many projects are your project managers are managing. So definitely this this data set has some demo data. So this is, for example, Lydia Holloway. She's managing, like she has assigned to, she's managing 30 projects compared to other people managing, just one or two projects. But that's also give you some understanding of your work responsibilities, accountability, and contribution of your project managers to overall success and what they do in terms of project management. Uh, portfolio milestones, all milestones by projects. You can see what are the key milestones which are running late, and we provide it. For portfolio tasks, you can see all information around how many tasks you have by period, how many are late for that specific period. So just different angle to use that information. Workflow, you can see your project by phases and stages, and see. And again, like all those reports that we see here, uh, that we see here, like you have all those filters. You can, in addition, you can use all those filters that they always available to filter in or filter out some data. So that's, we strongly recommend, and we see the very good use of that functionality by our users. So you can we provide some basic view, but you can always customize it and get more information as you need it. The next section is reports are all around the resource utilization. We show that information that is available in Project Online. We show the capacity, demand, availability on monthly view. You can group it by week, by month, by quarter. So it's uh, all all available here for reporting. Uh, Same, like you can see work by resources over time. You can see work by project over time, and resources. So all the different angles. And in this case, for example, you can see that by project manager, or by state, or by department. So like all the different grouping features available here as well. Resource and risk and issues related reports are it. They provide the ability to view if you have risk and issues. You can view statistics. Same for deliverables. Timesheet reports, so you can see compliance, how many users are submitting timesheets, not submitting timesheet, who didn't submit this timesheet lately. Billing, it's all about your resources, billable and non-billable resources. Uh, and one of the cool reports that we have is engagement versus assignments. So in this report, you can see per project, so per project manager, you can see how many, what was the engagement and what were assignments. So you can check the compliance, and that how it's a quality of work of your resource manager, probably like that. You can measure how accurately and how and your project managers and resource managers, how they cooperate in effectively managing your resource pool. So as you can see, kind of like within even single report, you have additional dimensions that you can use uh, by 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 role, or by project. So in our package, in total, there is like more than 60 reports built in that are available for use, or for use with our package. Again, the difference between this pack that directly goes to data, and pack with that is using Data Mart is two components: simplified access to history snapshots and simplified SharePoint reporting capabilities. And that's the main difference. As well, like if you want to bring the data on-prem, it's another story where you can benefit from data mart. But other than that, they are all pretty much the same. We have one more pack. If you use FluentPro Financial, we have report around all the financial components. So we have a control that allows companies to track, create budgets, and track the progress and baseline high-level budget estimates and forecast for projects. So we have pack for that. It's also available app itself, and report pack is available on the App Store. So if you use it, you can get and you can benefit that report, and you can analyze your project cost or portfolio cost by categories, by projects, by figure out different variances. So that's all available. That's all available as well. Okay, very quickly, if you go back to our presentation. So as I mentioned, all our pack are available in Microsoft App Store. So you don't have to even reach out to FluentPro and say, okay, if you want to try it for Project Online or for Planner or for Project for Web, absolutely, it's available. You just go, you just install it, and you can use it. Search for FluentPro, search for filter by Power BI apps, and you'll get our apps. If you search just by FluentPro, you'll see all our other apps that we have for both for Project Online and other things. So there are 5 or 6 offerings that we have on the app stores. Okay, let me check if there are some questions. So for the question, how do we get PBI? How do we get PBI? How do we get PBI file? So there are several ways. So for project for web, if you for project for web, if you need um, for project for web, you can definitely we provide the application. With application, you can get with application itself. You don't get the PBX file. You need to reach out to us, and you can get the file. Uh, with with Project Online, if you buy the Project Online, we provide the PBX file as well. So again, like for free packs, we don't provide the PBX file. For paid version, we provide the PBX file. So you can always reach out to us and get that file. In around the timesheet data, you can with PBX file you can customize all of your reports. You can add additional filters, and we can help you. With that. So if you need, the question is like if you need to customize some of the reports, can you do that? For example, remove errors, but leaves just maybe the timesheet related information. That is absolutely possible. That is absolutely possible. One more question regarding portfolio milestones. Is there any agile type of view of present value stream? So if you're talking about the agile type of reports, agile type of reports, let's be frank, the Microsoft project is Microsoft project line is true predictive, how it's called, but it's pretty much a waterfall application. Yes, you can run agile application, but it's not targeted. It's not designed for running the for using the safe is it because like it simply doesn't fit. Yes, you can do some customization and create some workarounds around that, but it means that for those workarounds, very likely you'll have different set of fields and different set of attributes, and you can use our reports as standard, but you will need to add additional filters to show your data that is specific to your to your agile report. For example, your value stream. Your value stream will be, you will have it as a program, you will have it as an attribute, or you will have it as a project, or master project, a sub project. So there's no standard approach for that. We have some experience configuring and supporting the safe on Microsoft Project Management platform. We can help with that, but it's unique to for every single organization. So even for example scenario in Azure DevOps, the value streams, they can be tracked as tags, which is Microsoft recommends that it's just a tag for value stream, or within scenarios where it can be created as a custom field as a field and tracked as a field. So again, like there's no universal approach for that, but we can help with reporting on that. Connection, the question is about the data mart. So probably I was not 100% clear. Data mart is not a requirement for running your reports. It is a requirement for planner, but it's not requirement for project online. Data mart, you can benefit from data mart if you want to have the historical snapshot and if you want to have the SharePoint report. The SharePoint reporting, you can get your custom list, you can get risk and issues, you can get any type of list into that one single table because it's configurable. You can say, okay, I want in this table go my risk, my issues, my document library. I want my let's say the you have a list maybe lessons learned. You can get all that information into that single SharePoint table and run reports out of the table. So it's highly configurable, and again, like it will be like you can turn on the snapshots and historical information as well. So if your needs are standard, I would say like you need a reporting solution, you can use direct access project online, use it. You don't need a data mart. But if you have some scenarios where you need to run a lot of the SharePoint data or you need the historical analysis, data mart is an answer. But for project online, again, like it is not a requirement. It is not a requirement. Okay. So since there are no more questions, so there's one more slide. You can buy our packages, like some of them free, some available on subscription based. So you can or buy one time, like for example, Project Online. But as well, we have an offer where we provide the access to all our pack, and like it's all together, all in package where you can get access to any of our pack. It includes the Data Mart Cloud, but we also provide the up to 100 hours for consultancy for Power BI. So if you need help customizing your report, building specific reports, you can absolutely do that. We have that offer. It's $12,000 a year. So you get access to all the packs uh, plus bucket of consulting hours that you can use for any type of Power BI related work. We have team of certified Power BI developers, project managers, analysts who can work with you and help you build your reports and meet your needs. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Sales at FluentPro.com. You can go to our website and complete the contact us form. We'll be more than happy to help you do the demo, individual demo for our reporting pack and answer any type of questions you have. Thank you and have a great day.